Hello, my name is Jason White, and you're watching Jason's Weird Reads. Thank you for tuning in. If you like horror books, science fiction, and fantasy books, please hit the subscribe button below and we'll talk some books. Alright, so I got some book mail here, and I also got some books for Christmas and some books that I got during the fall. So let's get into it, shall we? For the book unhaul. The first of 2023 might be the last because I have too many books. I have an unhaul video that I recently did, and there's probably going to be more unhauled soon. But let me get to mail. Some of these I've had for a little while, and I've been holding off on doing this video for a good month because well, it was the Christmas season, busy, and all that. So the first, I know what this is. The author reached out to me and asked if I wanted to get a copy to read, and I was like, absolutely. I didn't get to it as quickly as I wanted to because, you know, things. And so I'm going to open it up now for you all. All right. We are in. Now, I got this book as a result of watching Kasha's Book Cemetery. I love her channel, and she was talking to Amy McCaw and about her Mina the Undead series. And so I've been wanting to read this book for a long time. I commented that I wanted to read this book and have been wanting to read it for a while on that video where Kasha talked to Amy. And Amy saw that comment, and over on Twitter, she sent me a DM and asked if I wanted to get a copy of this book. And I was like, absolutely, because this book just sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm huge into vampires. I love vampires, and so I want to read this. It's a middle grade book, I believe. It's either young adult or middle grade, and I love the chapter beginnings. All these chapter beginnings have the same thing. I love that. So I'm looking forward to diving into this series and enjoying myself. So Mina and the Undead by Amy McCaw. I think I'm in an anthology with Amy McCaw in one of the booktube horror anthologies. I'll have to double check on that. Speaking of booktube horror anthologies, I got this from Regina, from Regina's Haunted Library. Try not to show the address. Alright, so opening it up, there's a couple things in here. Here is the book. It's so beautiful. Absolutely love the cover art. Here's the back, and it just looks wonderful inside. There's some illustrations. Here's one illustration. It's pretty cool. And there's a little envelope in here. It always feels like your birthday or Christmas when you do these mail unhaul videos. It looks like a Christmas card. It says thank you, and it has a little note inside. That's really awesome. I'm gonna put it. Speaking of cards, I got some other cards from Daniel Brahm. I got this. I've talked to Daniel on my channel a few times, and from Crystal from Fiber Artsy, I got this awesome card. I love the art on that as well, and she wrote a neat little note. So I will add this to the cards on my bookshelf. All right, so that was the only book mail. I'm so happy to have gotten these books, so thanks to everyone who sent me a book. I'm looking forward to getting into Mina and the Undead. All right, so on to the books. Speaking of used bookstores, I also picked up this was at a different time, earlier in the year, or I guess later in 2022. I saw this there. I was looking for some rock and roll biographies, And I'm a huge I used to be a huge Guns N' Roses fan back in the day. Lately, maybe not so much. I like Slash. He does his own music, and it can be pretty cool. I have his biography somewhere on this mess. And so I decided to pick this up because, these guys have led very interesting lives. They're kind of like, the Rolling Stones, the modern day Rolling Stones in a sense, except that they departed ways for a very long time, and now they're pretty much all back together except for the drummer. This might be another Kasha from Kasha's Book Cemetery. I can't remember. I got this at the book fair. I was at my son's book fair. I think it was early December. And I saw this. And I have seen people talk about this, but I'm not too sure who. But I really wanted to get it. It has an evil clown. Screamers by Joel A. Sutherland. This looks like a lot of fun to read. Let me read you the synopsis. Cy, Jason, and Elia can't believe their luck when they win a chance to appear on the next episode of the hit TV show Screamers. Zoe Winter, the show's star, is just as excited to spend time with regular kids her own age when the creepy set and abandoned amusement park called Pennyland, like Pennywise, turns out to be haunted by an evil clown. The four friends must work together to put on the performance of their lives for their lives. So, this should be like an easy 1 or 2 sits read through, and I'm hoping that it'll be a lot of fun as well. Moving on. At that same book fair, I got this book. Now, I'm pretty sure that Kasha from Kasha's Book Cemetery was talking about this one. She reviewed it, I believe. And it's another middle grade book, and it's called The Haunting by Lisa Duga. I'll read you the synopsis quickly here. Emily's dreams are finally coming true. The kind and wealthy Thorntons want to adopt her and whisk her away to a new life at Blackthorn Manor. At first, life is wonderful, but as Emily explores the grand estate, strange things start happening all around her. It's almost as if someone or something wants her gone. Now it's up to Emily to untangle a dark family secret hiding in her home before the life of her dreams becomes a real nightmare. It was kind of funny when I was buying these books at the book fair. They were assuming I was buying them for my son. And my son's not really into horror yet. He's sort of getting into it, but not quite there yet. He looked at these covers and he was like, no, that's scary. But I know he's going to get into it in the future. Not because I'm going to make him, but because I can see his interest kind of shifting towards it. So as I was buying these books, they were like, you're buying these for your son? I was like, no, I'm buying them for me. I want to read these. But they kept referring to me buying these books for my son as though an adult can't possibly enjoy these books. But I found middle grade horror books to be a lot of fun, and that's why I like to read them. All right, so I found this at a sale. I think it was Walmart. Maybe Walmart. I can't remember exactly. I hate it when they put stickers on books, and especially ones that don't peel off. Oh, like the bookstore, like Indigo Chapters, they'll put stickers on their books, but those stickers peel off real easy. This one won't peel off. Anyways, I got this at a sale, Mexican Gothic. This is an author, Silvia Moreno Garcia, and it's an author I want to look into, and a book that I want to read and been wanting to read for a long time. So this will be an awesome book. Let me try to read quickly the synopsis here. From the author of Gods of Jade and Shadow comes a reimagine of the classic Gothic horror novel. A story about an isolated mansion in the 1950s Mexico and a brave socialite drawn to his treacherous secrets. After receiving a frantic letter from her newly-wed cousin, Naomi Taboada heads to a high palace, a distant house in the Mexican countryside. Noemi is an unlikely rescuer. She's a glamorous debutante and suited for cocktail parties than amateur sleuthing. But she's also tough, smart, and not afraid. Not of her cousin's new English husband, a stranger, who is both menacing and alluring. Not of his father, the ancient patriarch, who seems fascinated by Naomi. And not even of the house itself, which begins to invade Naomi's dreams with visions of blood and doom. Naomi's only ally in this inhospitable place is the family's youngest son, but he too may be hiding a dark secret. Naomi begins to unearth stories of violence and madness. She is slowly drawn into a terrifying yet seductive world, a world that may be impossible to escape. So again, this sounds like something right up my alley, especially after the end of my reading year last year. I was reading a lot of vampire stuff, and Silvia Moreno Garcia, I've read like a couple of short stories by her, I believe, and I'm really looking forward to checking out her books. Now, for Christmas, I got 2 books I want to talk about. The first is, I was watching Words in Time. I can't remember the guy's name who runs that, but I recently discovered his channel, and he has like a ton of really great science fiction recommendations, and he talks a lot about my favorite science fiction authors, and so I had to get this. It's one of my, I've only read like 3 of this guy's books, but I really loved them, and he was talking about this book, and the way he talked about it just sounded absolutely fascinating. And it's The House of Suns by Alastair Reynolds. Let me read you the synopsis for this one. So, 6 million years ago, at the dawn of the starfaring era, Abigail Gentian fractured herself into 1,000 male and female clones, which she calls Shatterlings. She sent them out into the galaxy to observe and document the rise and fall of countless human empires. Since then, every 200,000 years, they gather to exchange news and memories of their travels. And that's like, wow, that's mind blowing right there. Only there is no gathering. Someone is eliminating the Gentian line, and now 2 star-crossed Shatterlings must determine exactly who or what their enemy is before they are wiped out of existence. So this sounds like a lot of fun. It's about 500 pages, and I love Alastair Reynolds. He's one of the best science fiction writers of this day and age. And lastly, I got this book for Christmas, and I would say it's my biggest gift because it was limited to 100 books, and it's signed and numbered. And when I saw this, I absolutely had to get it, so I asked my wife for it, and thankfully she complied. Thank you, Jen, if you're watching this at all. This is Blood Night by Tim Kern. I mean, look at this cover. Look at it. It's absolutely stunning. I'm trying to get it without the glare, but my God, that is a fantastic cover. And my idea with this, Tim Kern's one of my favorite authors. Tim Kern doing a werewolf book. Yes, please, serve it up. All right, so there's the synopsis is fairly short. I'm going to read it for you real quick. Only one can survive the most cunning one. Only she can be the bride of Blooding Night. 4 girls lost in the big bad woods. 4 girls hunted by primeval monsters. 4 girls trapped in a deadly ancient ritual of sacrifice. To stay alive until the dawn will mean using every scrap of instinct and skill they possess. Civilization no longer exists for them. They must become just as bloodthirsty and predatory as the creatures that stalk them. So there is my most recent book haul, the physical books anyway. I'm always buying ebooks and audiobooks, and so I forget to haul them. Tell me down there in the darkness if you would like to see some more book haul videos from me concerning ebooks and audiobooks. I would be glad to make some videos of those. All right, thank you for watching, and keep being creative and keep being safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next bookish video.